Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to BCW. This is Mr. Tubbs being joined here for the night by Kelly Schaefer and being joined for this match by the incorrigible DeMarcus James.
And to mention the #1 contender for the BCW championship.
Yeah, and of course your ego wouldn't let that go without mentioning it right away, right?
You didn't let it go when you said I was going to lose last week.
I still say that. But our first match here, first match of the night, first match on the show, we've got Patrick Large. Nobody can deny how fast this man is and how successful he's been in the Pacific Northwest.
Quickly rising the ranks in singles competition, and I think the sky's the limit for Pat Large. DeMarcus, you got a title shot tonight, is that correct?
That's right. I've been waiting a long time for this match, so hopefully I don't let me or my fans down tonight. Yeah, I think you're right. The sky's the limit for Pat Large. He's just moving up the ladders real fast, man.
Let's see who his opponent will be.
Oh. I got a clue who it is.
Boy, if you're here.
That's right, it's my little cousin, baby.
I wondered why they put you out here with me for this match.
Do you know, I will be bold in saying that in 5 years or less, this could be a main event on any cable TV show in the country. I've said it before, CJ Edwards has more moves than a U-Haul, and Patrick Large is on fire. What a great matchup tonight here at BCW.
Yeah, you got it right. Except that 5-year mark. I can say for today, on any other day, these two in the ring is hot action, baby.
Oh,
it's a main event ticket. Anywhere you go, you get a chance to see these two going at it.
Once again, Portland, Oregon is a great place to be for professional wrestling. Another great matchup.
Both of these men have been in great tag teams. Both of them have had some excellent singles action. They wrestled each other just a few weeks ago here, and it was a match that blew the roof off of this place. It was so fast that even the ref could hardly keep track of what was going on while he was standing in the ring.
I think the ref had to tell him to slow down a little bit. They were moving too fast for the ref.
If we see the same thing tonight, this is going to be a great way to start tonight's
I got
episode.
$1 that says Junior can't keep up. That's all I'm saying.
I'm glad I'm just in here with you two. Get ready to enjoy this match.
Oh, yeah. Best seat in the house.
I've heard of test of strength. What is this, a test of popularity?
Well, it's a win-win for the fans.
CJ having a little fun or wasting a little time, I'm not sure which. Here we go, another collar and elbow tie-up.
CJ backing off, nice clean break as expected.
Always, always.
Now when you have two men so evenly matched like this, it's hard to know which one has the advantage. I do know, though, that CJ and his kicks, sometimes they can break any balance, giving him the advantage against any opponent, and it can happen so fast when he starts to use them, you just don't see him coming.
Nice go behind takedown, Pat Large into a front headlock. Reversal into an arm by CJ Edwards.
I'm telling you, they're both just fast, man.
Now here's where these two guys might be being a little bit too fan favorite, a little bit too nice.
They've been a little too friendly right now.
It's not really dirty tactics to jump on a guy when he's wounded.
But your job is to win the match. You know, you ain't got to go in there and get too dirty, but you got to be a little bit more aggressive than what they're giving us right now.
Exactly. I can't believe I'm agreeing with you, DeMarcus.
I can't believe you agree with me either.
I can't believe I'm in the middle, and I'm hearing it with my own ears.
Now a nice headlock there.
Oh, CJ slips out the back door. Going to work on the arm. Pat looking for a way out. Here we go.
Now, see, that's what I was talking about earlier.
A little aggressive.
A little bit more aggressive.
There's one of those kicks, not one of his patent-pending kicks, but still very quick, very precise.
Big shoulder tackle.
See, a lot of people don't realize, they argue how the little guys aren't as good as the big guys, but velocity turns into force.
Ooh, nice
you
reversal.
hit somebody fast enough.
It looked like he went for the cold break. He got turned into a spine buster.
Leg drop and a 2 count for Pat Large.
I think everybody knew it was a little too early for a pinfall, but you never know when you're going to get to 3. Sometimes you just have to go for it.
Oh, inverted atomic drop. Oh.
Ooh. Well, it looked like to me playtime's over, folks.
Yep.
A standing flip into a pin attempt. I'm not the biggest fan of CJ Edwards either, but that was impressive. That was an incredible move right there.
Now, see, what I'm trying to teach my cousin is, you got the man down, don't let him up. Stay on him. Both of you guys are good. My cousin, of course, Pat Large, good friend of mine. But when they're in there, it's an instant classic. But one of them needs to know that they got to win. They don't want to go home with the loser's purse tonight. So one of them got to pull something out.
And it's interesting, they seem to be having some kind of contest there. Which one can put the most pressure on the elbow and the shoulders? When you have fast, high flyers like this, it's usually a better idea to go for the legs. It takes away their jumping and running power.
I will ground them.
At any rate, great chain wrestling from these two. Oh, Pat using the rope to flip over and reverse. And now it's Large on top.
Yeah, these days in wrestling, you don't often see guys who can just counter each other like this.
Great counter wrestling and great using the ring to their advantage, both guys.
All right, now see, that was a tactic a lot of people would say is dirty. If I'd do that, I'd be a big cheater.
I would just call that aggressive wrestling.
I guess it depends on who's doing it.
Fast and furious, back and forth.
These two men got to a slower start this time, but they're really putting on the speed now.
Both men missed the drop kick. And both men
kicked him in the face, CJ. See, that was a perfect opportunity. Pat was on one knee, a boot to the face. Especially with a CJ Edwards kick. That could have been the end right there.
Collar elbow tie.
But instead,
Edwards
they're
with
calling
the
to the
headlock.
fans. Sorry, Kelly, go ahead.
It's all good, buddy.
Ooh, caught him right underneath the chin with that drop kick.
You know, for me, it's just nice to see some wrestling moves happening in the ring instead of all the fisticuffs and the illegal tactics that we know you love so much, Tubbs.
Well, that is certainly true. Neither one of these men are really considered brawlers, so we're seeing a very fast, very clean sort of a match. Very technical.
Oh, Large on the suplex. No.
Nice block by CJ. Another nice block. Oh.
You know, with guys coming up on the show tonight like Brian Bedlam, you know you're not going to see a whole lot of technical there.
Oh, big kick. Another drop kick.
You hear the impact of those shots.
Suplex into a bridge and a penny combination for a 2 count only.
Pat still kicking out, showing a lot of perseverance here.
Pat trying to muster up some energy here. Elbows to the gut. Oh, interesting takedown.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that before. That was interesting.
I'm telling you, either one of these men can pull out any kind of move you might not ever see again.
Exchanging elbows. Large finds himself backed up into the corner.
CJ's starting to use those legs of his. We all know that they're weapons.
Friendly flew out the window now.
Oh.
The cover.
I don't think he's got him.
Another 2 count.
It's going to take a little bit more than that to put Pat away. I'm telling you.
I would say the longer this match goes, the advantage has to be to CJ Edwards, just based on how long he's been wrestling in singles competition.
Oh, yes, yes. Both of these guys are very experienced in the tag team action as well. Nice knee to the face.
You could see that, but we also know if you follow Facebook, Patrick Large did not used to be quite as cut as he is now, but he's been training hard for a long time.
Oh, wait a minute.
Mary Jane?
Mary Jane comes out here. What is she doing out here?
What in the world is going on? We know Mary Jane and Pat have a
Trying to
past,
encourage Pat.
but for better of a year, they've been more enemies than friends.
Holy smokes, a crucifix into a pin. Two count only. Oh, Large with a drop kick to the skull.
We're not sure what MJ is doing out here, but she hasn't interfered at all.
I don't know, but
this is very unusual. I don't know what's going on.
I tell you what, it looked like she's inspiring Pat Large. He got a little bit more fight to him tonight.
And going to the top rope first time in this match. If he lands, it could be over.
Flying
leg drop off the top rope. That might be it.
Oh, I can't
CJ
believe it.
kicked out.
That would have knocked a normal man out, ladies and gentlemen.
That must have been pure instinct. You know, sometimes you don't even have to really know what's going on. You just hear that 2 count, and your shoulder goes up.
Patrick Large, Edwards firing back.
Firing back. There's them kicks. There's them kicks you were talking about.
Lethal.
Right in the breadbasket, too. That can make you not be able to catch your breath.
Another leg lariat. Both men are down. CJ's calling for the cover.
Oh, he doesn't cover.
No, he didn't go for the cover. He should have went for the cover then.
He should have, in my opinion, but he's going up top. Another high-risk maneuver. Here goes C.J. Edwards.
And Mary Jane is up on the apron. What
is this?
Patrick meets him at the top with a suplex.
Snap, superplex. That was
The cover. The pull of the tights.
You got to be kidding me.
Patrick Large
Handful of tights right in front of the ref.
pulls
All
the
he had to do was
tights.
look up.
I think Pat Large and MJ just pulled a fast one on everybody.
You talking about dirty tactics? It gets no dirtier than that.
Well, I have to admit, that was a surprise to me, too. I'm going to have to go back into the locker rooms here in a few minutes to see what's going on.
C.J. Edwards arguing with the ref, but the ref did not see it. General Manager Devin Dawson at ringside. But the ref has to see it. The ref didn't see it. It's going to stand as a victory for Patrick Large.
What an interesting chain of events tonight, folks. We'll be back in just a few minutes with more blue-collar wrestling action.
Marcus, can you believe that?
I can't believe that.
Well, maybe we're not leaving for a
I don't know
moment.
what's
Devin
going
Dawson
on.
is calling out Patrick Large.
I'll tell you, if I was Pat, I would just stay in the back. You already
stay
got
in the
the
back,
victory.
too.
I would already be gone.
That's why I keep telling CJ, he got to get a little bit more aggressive. He can't lay off the man. He got to stay on him.
Well, Devin Dawson, general manager of Patrick Large, just completely ignores him. He could end up not coming back.
The crowd behind Patrick Large, surprisingly. Oh, they did not see the pull of the tights from that side.
It's like Pat might have got the win and ran straight out of the arena tonight.
Well, just the first match of the night, first match of the episode.
A lot of action.
Pat and MJ finally making their way back out to ringside. Obviously some kind of reconciliation between MJ and Pat.
You notice Pat isn't getting too close to the ring. He better not turn his back to him.
He's been in the ring. He's got paid.
He got the winner's purse. That's all that matters, I guess, tonight.
What?
What do you say?
Sunny days.
Okay.
Sunny days are here again.
What amazing news, a mixed tag team match next week. CJ Edwards and the returning Sunny Days against MJ and Pat Large. That's going to be something to see.
I'm shocked.
Well, thank you, DeMarcus James. You had to leave the broadcast position, but thank you for helping us out here. We'll be right back with more BCW action.
I get to beat my wife up, and I get paid for it. Nobody can really say that. It helps our relationship too if we get to, take out a little bit of aggression on each other. It's fun, and she was trained at the same place we were, so we get to have some decent chemistry in the ring. And it adds to our relationship outside of the ring. And we don't have any trust issues. We trust each other. So the fact that there's 47 guys hitting on her right now doesn't really bother me. 48. 48.
It's actually not as hard as you might think. The harder thing would be is if I was married to someone who didn't like wrestling, or if my husband was married to someone who hated wrestling, who didn't want him to do it. We empathize for each other. We understand. We both have such a passion for it that it doesn't make sense for us to not be doing it together. Like whether I'm with him and Chuck as their valet, as their tag partner, whatever, or whether I'm against them, it's so amazing to be able to share this with them on even a higher level than driving in the car with them and hanging out in the back. We're out there putting on a show for the audience, in front of the audience together. And when we get in the ring together, it's magical.